So here I am with my funny looking hat. It's my personal camo. I have a full outfit. I wanted to do a quick video to show you how much I'm in the hunting mode instead of the Sasquatch mode. Let me get out of the sunlight. Get right here. There we go. I didn't bring a camera, not even a back trail. It's muzzleloader, and I've got my muzzleloader. It's the last day, and I came up here to set up some blind, 3 or 4 little blinds on escape trails, because this is public hunting, and tomorrow they'll be in here like a bunch of wild haints, and so I've kind of scouted out the escape trails, and so I've prepped about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stands, clip my shooting lanes, and I can move around, and all of them cover a different set of trails coming in and out of the thicket that's over here and over there. So it's a strategy that's worked for me. I'm going to be hunting large deer. I'm shooting for larger deer, so where I've set up's kind of gnarly to get into, but I think it's a pretty good strategy on public land. But anyway, let me pause this. I have to cut this up since it's on the phone. So deer's gonna step out while I'm walking down through here. So what I want to entitle this, that's just the way it is. Get over it. And that's as much for me as everybody else, because dealing with the Sasquatch people, it's just something you got to come to grips with, that they're real, that they're out here, and that you're going to sometimes encounter them if you're somebody like me that's had multiple experiences with them. I get a lot of letters, still getting letters. How do I cope? How do I go back out to the woods? How do I deal with this? And I think Steve, my friend Steve, still getting thousands of letters, and that seems to be the theme. As I've encountered one of these things, how do I get back in the swing of things? Or if I, when I go out and I get the feeling they're near, what do I do? So I kind of wanted to show you a little area here that it's been 3 weeks now. I came in here, or 2 weeks, the opening of Muzzleloader, and this is the thicket that they bed in, and so I've got a couple stands, and they're good stands right down in here on the other side. They catch them coming out of the thicket, or going into the thicket, and it's a pretty good stands I can sneak in and out. I've seen one, probably the biggest deer in the wild I've ever seen right here. But this is also area that the Sasquatch live on, and where I did a lot of research. So you could say they know me. And so a couple of weeks ago I came in here for an afternoon hunt, and I was working my way in, and right over through there, right in that area there, as I was coming in the trail over here, about 150 yards, heard a large crack, and the tree, at least the size of my arm or leg, got snapped. No wind, no nothing. It was as calm as it is right now, just as quiet. And I wanted to say to myself, well, that's just, wind. That's just coincidence. That's not what you think it is, even though I knew what it was. And then I came on in about 30 more feet, another one in about the same area. Crack. And so now, I know where he's at. and I know he's over there, but I'm hunting over here. And so I'm not really worried about being quiet. But right in here, there's a deer trail, no roadbed. And right over there is where our buddy did the crashing and stuff. And so my stand was right down here. And what happened, I got in my stand and got settled. And about 10 minutes after I'd been in my stand, the squirrels started barking, started screaming their heads off. And right there was this limb snap. Imagine that. There must be a spot over there that they like to sit in and watch deer people. So anyway, so you can see this is a well-worn deer trail. And I'm coming up on one of my stand locations. Right here is one of my stand locations, the base of that tree. Let's see, right there. And there's an old rub right there. And you can actually see a fresh rub in sunlight right down there. But there's one of my stands. And Sasquatch broke the limbs, 2 of them, large ones right over there. So, I wasn't in this stand though, I was in another stand down here. So real quick, before I run out of camera, here's my second stand. This is the stand that I was on when the Sasquatch decided he wanted to let me know he was here and get a better position. So, right here, sit down right here and cover this hole. There's a trail coming down, one straight at me and one out of the thickets, and the trail comes down behind me. 4 trails intersect right here, and there's a thicket in front of me and one behind me that they bed in. And so what started happening was straight across, the squirrel started losing his mind barking, and I could hear faint walking. I thought it was another hunter. And so he goes there, and then the squirrel picks him up right in there, in that area, and then right there, about just out of seeing distance, and then the last squirrel barks there. Then, out of nowhere, about that angle, a rock comes flying. I hear a rock hit limbs, hit the ground and roll, thump, 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 roll. So I know he's moved all the way behind me now. And then I get another one directly behind me about 10 minutes later. Same thing. Throw him through the air, and it hit the ground. I heard it rolling. Probably might go out there and look. I never did look for them. Sounded like they're about the size of softballs. But there goes a hawk, or a barred owl. How about that? Of course, I don't have my good camera equipment. I'm not going to be able to get him for you. Wow, it's a barred owl, and I mean a big one. Oh well. So to kind of wrap this up, I wanted to say that that's just, I went ahead and did my hunt and enjoyed myself. And I knew he was back there. I think for whatever reason, he was letting me know he was back there. And that's okay. I mean, you've got to come to grips with it, more than likely he screwed the hunt up, because literally he walked right through the thicket and around the thicket and laid a nice scent trail all the way around me to get in behind me instead of in front of me, across from me. But that's just the way it is. And I've come to accept it, and I've come to just deal with it. And you know, if it was too late in the day to move, but if that had happened earlier in the day, I'd have moved. You know, I'd have found me another spot. It'd been the same situation as if a hunter had walked in on me and I had to move. And it wasn't a hunter, it was a Sasquatch. You know, I was well armed. If he wanted to sneak up on me and get me, he would have. So I guess that's the what I'm trying to convey is it doesn't matter what they do. It's an old saying, but it's true saying. It's not what happens around you and what goes on around you, it's how you react to it. And it's not what the Sasquatch do, but how you react to it. And how you are going to decide to deal with it, as far as, are you going to let it upset you, scare you, or are you going to say, you know, they live here, this is this is where they live, you know, I'm in here doing a hunt, and he has every right to do whatever he wants to do. And you know, I just have to learn to cope and learn to be flexible and move on, go to another location, or just tolerate the fact that I know he's behind me and, you know, go on with my hunt. There's no magic pill, there's no bullet. You know, I deal with things through my faith and through prayer, and I have that confidence, and that's the main reason I'm not scared of them at all. I have a healthy respect for them, and yeah, they can scare me, but I'm not fearful. I'm not, you know, afraid to go in the woods because one's going to grab me up and take me off. And that's how I cope with it. And if you're not a person of faith, you still have to come to grips with it, and you still got to push forward and face your fears. And you know, take your baby steps. Go with somebody. Go other locations where you didn't see the Sasquatch. You know, I choose to hunt in an area that I know and that they live in. But that doesn't mean, you know, I can go to other areas. So that was a more recent, you know, encounter with them. It's the way it is. It's what happens. There's no getting around it. There's no sugarcoating it. You know, I just have to deal with them. And like I said, I have no great wisdom from on high to give you, other than, again, it's not what they do, but it's how you react to it. Right back in here through those rocks. I'm probably not going to find them. But, you know, it is what it is. And I hope you guys be safe out there. If anybody needs any help, I'll be glad to help. I'll be glad to, you know, you can email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can with the best advice I can. But we're all in this together, and there are no experts, that's for sure. They're just, and anybody wants to tell you they're an expert's full of bull. So I'm going to ease on out of here, back to the house, eat some supper. I'm ready for the gun season to open tomorrow, and hopefully, you know, we'll get us a shot of a nice one. Like I said, I've got a couple in here, pretty good size. And it's just a matter of letting the other hunters push them to me. Everybody take care, and we'll talk to you later.